How do you kill sin? By the Spirit. Kill sin or it'll be killing you. If you put to death the deeds of the body by the Spirit, you'll live. If you don't, you'll die. So the pathway to life is the killing path. Killing sin in your own life. Boy, that sure sounds like the Spirit's kind of like a weapon in our hand. And He's not. He's a person. I'm in His hand. He's not in my hand. He wields me. I don't wield Him. You kill sin by the Spirit by having a mindset of the Spirit, or a mind that is set on the things of the Spirit, or, to be very practical and specific, we said, you need a mindset through which the Holy Spirit moves to kill sin in your life, and that mindset is a mind that is trusting in the blood-bought promises of God. When your mind is set on that as your infinite value, your treasure in life, the Holy Spirit is moving in your life to destroy alternative evil pleasures called sin. All who are led by the Spirit are the sons of God. You did not receive the spirit of slavery to fall back into fear, but you have received the spirit of adoption as sons. The Spirit Himself bears witness with our spirit that we are the children of God. We have been adopted, are children, and have a Father who is our Creator, infinite in power and wisdom and love, and that we are therefore heirs of Him. So let's stay here for a while. Let's really try to absorb this. So now notice, when we do something by the Spirit, we're being led to do it by the Spirit. We're not leading Him. He's leading us. I'm being led. I'm being moved. I'm being guided. He's not a mere responder to me. I'm being moved and being led by Him. So let's ask the question, what is it to be led by the Spirit? Because if you took verse 14 and just yanked it out of context, you could make it mean all kinds of strange things, probably. You might say, if I'm led to the right spouse, then I am a child of God. If I'm led to the right vocation, then I am a child of God. Now, I don't want to minimize the fact that the Holy Spirit practically leads our lives and we should look to Him for leadership, guidance. But that's not the context here. Let's make sure we get this right. The context here is, if you put to death the deeds of the body, you will live. Reason? Because those who are thus led are children of God. In other words, the meaning of being led by the Spirit in verse 14 is being led to kill sin in your life. It's being led into the warfare. So you want to know, how can I know if I'm a child of God this morning? One answer is, are you being led by the Spirit to make war on your sin? If you came into my office and said, I'm really wrestling with doubt, I don't know if I'm a child of God, I'm struggling with assurance, one of the questions, not the only one, but one of the questions I would try to draw out from you is, tell me how you feel about your sin. And if you've communicated to me a kind of cavalier attitude towards sin, that you're not engaged in a deadly warfare to put to death the deeds of the body, the text says, if you put to death the deeds of the body, you'll live, because those who are led by the Spirit are the children of God. If you're not putting to death the deeds of the body by the Spirit, then you are not being led by the Spirit, and therefore your warrant to be a child of God is not there. Don't take this leadership of the Spirit and do anything else with it first. Do this with it first. Being led by the Spirit is being led into war against my bad habits. my personality defects. Those who are the children of God are chips off the old block, meaning I share my Father's tastes in music. I share my Father's priorities. I share my Father's values. I share what my Father cherishes. I hate what my Father hates. That's the evidence of being a child of God. And the Holy Spirit, the Spirit of adoption, moves in to do that in us. So the first evidence that we are children of God is that this leadership, those who are led by the Spirit are the children of God, is defined in terms of verse 13, because it's given us the ground of verse 13. Are you putting to death the deeds of the body by the Spirit? That is the Spirit moving and changing your life? And mark the process here. Changing, not perfection. We move forward, we move backwards. But the question is, are you cavalier about your sin? The Holy Spirit is not cavalier about your sin. That's why He's called holy. He hates your sin. And therefore, if He's there leading, He leads you into hatred. He leads you into war. He leads you into killing. Sin. So that would be one of the questions I would ask.